Welcome back. Keeping kids safe online. It's something on the mind of every parent here in Indiana and across the nation. Krista Lungton, an associate professor of communications at IUPUI, joins us tonight on Unfiltered to explain more about how kids are using social media and what parents can do to help them use it correctly. Krista, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much.
It's an important topic, especially for people like me who have two kids, have devices, and my wife and I are always having these discussions. How much is too much time on their device?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that helping parents think through how much time is too much time on a device is a really critical issue for parents and even folks without kids, right? Because we want kids to grow up and be highly functioning adults.
Sure.
So I think that one of the most important things that parents can do to help their kids decide how much time is too much is to have conversations with kids, ask them how they're using their devices, how much time they are actually spending, and provide them with sort of real information. I don't know about you, but for me, I sometimes struggle to not pick up my device myself. And so helping kids to know that that's even a struggle that parents face, I think is an important part of helping kids use devices in a way that is supportive instead of hurting their brain development.
I've had this conversation with other parents before. Why should parents be concerned about the amount of time they spend on their device?
Yeah, absolutely. Your device is designed to really encourage you to keep using it, right? That's what your device company wants you to do. And so one of the things that we know about kids' brains is that they're not fully developed yet. They're still developing those executive functioning skills, like managing their attention. And because devices are designed to help you keep using it, it can sometimes potentially create a sort of addictive situation, as again, many adults see. So I think that as kids' brains develop, it's really important that we are helping them, giving them some tools that they need to be able to be aware of how much they're using their devices and make decisions to connect with others that are live and in front of them instead of turning to those devices all the time.
It's also kind of an interesting topic, though, too, right? Because these devices and the computer can be very beneficial as well.
Absolutely. We know that there are great social benefits, for example, which I think folks are surprised about, but good social benefits for kids who are using devices in a way that is supportive of where they are in terms of their growth. So I think that helping kids to have conversations about how they're using their devices is more supportive than just asking them to lock their device down, put it in a box, put it in another room. Again, I go back to that place that all of us as adults struggle with when is a good time to put down our devices. Many of us sleep with them under our pillows or really close to our heads.
Right.
And so helping kids to know that that's a struggle that they'll continue to face and helping them to build the habits of mind and reflection that is necessary to, again, be able to develop those skills is important.
But you also don't want to make them feel bad about it, right?
Yeah, that's super important. We know that trying to guilt your kid out of using a computer or an iPad or a gaming system actually doesn't work in the long run. It can sometimes encourage them to use it more. So again, I think that having those honest conversations and giving kids appropriate parameters. So doing something like a device-free dinner or device-free breakfast, whatever works for your family. But just saying that together, we're going to make a decision for 15 or 20 minutes to just set a device down and have a conversation. And some days that'll go well, some days they'll struggle, but in the end, what they're doing is seeing their device as a tool to experience life, not as the only way to experience life.
Is there a certain type of amount of time that you recommend? Per day, per week?
Great question. I think that it really varies from kid to kid and often varies based on ages. The American Association of Pediatrics has some really nice statistics on kind of how much time they know could potentially negatively affect a young kiddo's brain.
Yeah.
So I think starting from that place of what are those guidelines? What does your house look like? For example, do you have a lot of devices at home? Because that's going to shape their behavior as well. What do they need it for school? And then talking with your kids about why setting limits is important, not just setting a limit and not explaining it to them.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, being a parent Not easy in 2022.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are doing good work, though. It's important for kids to grow and
It's tough.
develop
It's
and
tough.
feel supported.
Thank you very much for shedding some light and giving us some good information tonight. Krista Lawton, thank you.